What's going on, you guys? One more review before the end of the year. I'm talking about The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbird and Snakes. This was a great movie. This was so good. I had no idea this is the same exact director from the last few. I think he's only one he didn't direct, which is Francis Lawrence I'm talking about. He didn't direct the first one. But this one is taking place in the earlier years. So this is the inception of President Snow as we know him. Now, Tom Blythe plays the role of President Snow. I think he's about 18 years old, roughly, in this one. And in the context of this story, like, he kind of comes from very humble beginnings. Like, it's just kind of him, his cousin, not his parents, his grandmother, and his aunt, actually. And he's just trying to make it. He's trying to hit a certain plateau so he can be able to have the life that he needs to be able to have sustainability for his family. Now, Peter Dinklage is basically his overseer, a person that kind of can gauge whether or not he gets to go to this next level or not. But he's got his own vendettas, and he plays the role of Casca. Now, Casca is kind of like, I don't trust Snow. I don't trust Snow for whatever reason. I'm not going to spoil it here. And it puts Snow down a path to go and make the games more immersive to be able to catapult him to possibly getting to that plateau that he's looking for. Thus going to Rachel Zegler's character, Lucy Gray Baird. Lucy Gray is very different than Katniss. She is very strong-willed emotionally, and yet, physically, it's not. She's very capable, but she is not Katniss. Katniss is a very good soul, and I don't know. Like, Lucy is very strong and independent, but she's also dealing with so much trauma because she's being betrayed. Like, she's been forced into the games, and it's making her something that you just don't recognize by the end of this movie, which makes this such a freaking good movie. I had conversations with my wife back and forth, and I'm not going to spoil it here, about the decisions that both Lucy and Snow make throughout this, but specifically Lucy at the end. And I was just like, why? And yet I understand, and yet you're dealing with all this mistrust and these different things. And I think that the thing about it that works so well is that Tom and Rachel sell it. Like, they have amazing chemistry. They truly do make me believe what's happening is actually happening. The other thing about it is the set design and the way they're able to set everything up. They set the stage to make this feel like I don't know what's going to happen. And at any moment, anybody can get it. But then when you add in somebody like Viola Davis as the crazy doctor that's doing these insane experiments, I was sitting there watching this. I was like, I know for a fact there's more to this. There's more to her character. And I'm kind of like, either one, give me another freaking movie, or I may have to go back and watch, or not watch, read or listen to the audiobook for the actual book, because this is based on the actual book. And it is so freaking good. Like, all the different characters that we kind of know where they're kind of coming from, they lay a foundation here to what could possibly be. And also, certain characters are in this. Shout out to Hunter Schafer. She's in this one. If you've seen her in Euphoria, she's amazing in this as well. Wish she had a little bit more screen time. Josh Andres Rivera plays the role of Sir Janus, who is basically Snow's, best friend, kind of. But Snow is consistently put in these precarious situations that there's no way out of. Like, he's continuously having to get into the dirt. And the more he does that, the more he's becoming what we know him to be. Till the very end of this, I was like, okay, this is enough. But no, they go and throw it into the atmosphere, and you understand completely why this man has so much animosity for not just Katniss, but everything that's connected to her, surrounding the situation that happened. The music was even really good. Rachel has such a great voice, and the way they use Lucy Gray with certain specific situations and using her voice to be able to be a catalyst, so to speak, is great. Man, there's so many different things. I don't want to kind of, it's not much I can say because it's a spoiler, but the truth of the matter is it's written very well. because you don't really know people's perception of certain sections and certain hierarchies. Like, it's just kind of like the people that don't have are put into these situations, and then the people that are, you know, above here are so spoiled. Like, there's things and judgment calls that they make, it just doesn't make any sense. Whereas Snow is literally in between, and he is going back and forth, and each time he's doing that, you're seeing where he's gonna lie. And so it's scripted very well, it's acted very well, it's engaging, it's thrilling. Like, they've reinvigorated my love. Matter of fact, I ended up watching this and I went back and I started looking at I think the last two. But the discussions that you have with what happens and goes down in this movie after the fact, I don't know anybody that wouldn't have conversations about it. Like, there's something that happens with like Snow's mother's like handkerchief, right? Just using that, like, that's the lines for conversation. The situation is going on, Pingle Dietrich's character and his perspective of Snow, that's open line of communication. Conversation to be able to have. And then Viola Davis is in a whole other league of her own. Like, she is terrifying, and I want to know everything about that. But this is a very good film. This is a 10, man. Like, this is a really enjoyable movie. I think I'm gonna make a list of movies I feel like were just so fun, I enjoyed. And this one is definitely up there. I had to go and give you guys a review for it. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy New Year, everybody. Peace, people.